Alright, hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Herve, and every other day here I try to bring you cryptocurrency in the easiest way possible on the internet. If that's the type of content you find interesting, be sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't get to miss out on the next video. Before we go for the weekend, I thought that I should bring us all up to speed with what's actually going on with Bitcoin and the markets. It's just a quick update for you all. So we see that Mr. BTC is still inside the zone we mentioned some time ago in the past couple of videos. It's still here, and basically what we are expecting, it's not a certainty, but it's just like what we are actually expecting that could potentially happen, is for Mr. BTC to give us something that will look like so. Now, if you just look right here, you will see something that may very well be an inverted head and shoulders forming, yeah? So we are expecting this second shoulder right here, which will then complete the inverted head and shoulder. And it's important to note again that this is on the 2-hourly time frame, so this is not like it's not a very big drop. Actually, it's a good drop, but it's not super huge. Well, that will be about a 10% drop, so but it's not too bad now, is it? But I'm not saying that Bitcoin has to drop. Yeah, remember that this particular zone is the Singularity zone. This is where we don't know what will happen. Now, you could look at some things right here and say that, all right, we had this consolidation right here, yeah? And this consolidation, you can just call it the Elliott wave sequence actually going to the upside. I would say the Elliott wave sequence right here. So this could be 1, this would be 2, and this 3, this 4, and this right here 5. Now, as we have learned from my Elliott wave video, that is Elliott wave 101. After the 5th wave right here, ideally we should come back to 1. Yeah, that will be the idea of Elliott wave. So we come back to 1 and then we restart another bull market. That could actually mean that we come down like so to this 1 right here and potentially take liquidity even below that zone, which will go as low as maybe 56-ish before we start that new bull run. Now from there we could then start another Elliott wave type of thing right here that takes us up like so. I hope we all understand. So basically that's the type of idea that I think will happen right here. However, this zone is a singularity zone. Singularity, I take the word from black holes. That's the middle part of the black hole. You don't know what's going on there, and you don't know how the laws of physics apply there. They call it a singularity. That's what I call this particular zone, because we don't know exactly what's going to happen here. Again, you could use this particular Elliott wave idea to suggest that it will come back down to 1, but it's not certain. We don't really know what's going to happen here, which is why I'm not trading at the moment. I have not been trading ever since Mr. BTC reached this zone, and I did tell you in the other video. If you look right here in this particular consolidation right here, you will see an ABC type formation right there. You see that, yes? So you see this ABC correction right here. You have A, which is this one, you have B, which is this one, and then you have C. Now, after this ABC type correction, this whole move to the downside might have just been A, and maybe it's not even complete, you know, so we could expect another type B and then a move to the downside. So yeah, that's basically what we are looking at here, folks. Now in the BTC USD chart, which is what I sent to you on Telegram earlier. If you're not in the Telegram channel, do join. It's a free channel. I will leave the link in the description of this video or have it at the pinned comment so that you can join. So here on BTC USD, this is what I sent to you on Telegram earlier. We can see this is actually what I mapped out right here. So my ideal move, which is what I said, that I don't know if it's going to go down or not, assuming, because this zone is a singularity. Yeah, some people are thinking that it's holding this zone because of this particular support right here, because of this particular high right here. So you could have a good argument, somewhat of a good argument anyway, that it's holding this particular zone right here, and so it's still bullish because it's above the range. Yeah, And it all adds up to why this zone is a singularity. However, my ideal move will be that it comes down to like so. We've already demonstrated this before because we have a CME gap around this zone right here. Let's just quickly show that. We have a CME gap right here, which is one of the reasons why I think it will go down. So we have this CME gap right here, and I would expect that it fills the CME gap. So these are part of the reasons, or say confluences, as to why I think it should come down here. The problem with the crypto space, folks, and this is what I posted on Twitter, I think that was yesterday, is that there are a lot of intellectually dishonest people. If this CME gap was to the upside, if we had a CME gap somewhere around, let's just say we had a CME gap somewhere around here, everybody will be saying that we have a CME gap right here, and let's just assume that price was somewhere down here and we have a CME gap at this region right here. Everybody will be saying we will go back to CME gap. We have not filled the CME gap. We will go back up there. Now that we have the CME gap down to the downside, nobody is talking about it. Everybody is saying it's going up. The same people that I usually see posting about CME gaps to the upside, saying that we're going to fill it as we go to the upside, well, they don't talk about the CME gap now, do they? They don't talk about it because it's to the downside and it's bearish. And, when you're bearish in crypto, or say when you're suggesting anything that is potentially bearish, nobody wants to listen to you. Nobody wants to follow you. You don't get much views and stuff. So it's just a very weird space. Being truthful or being honest in this space does not pay at all. There was a time actually that I thought about just changing my content and also being one of the moon boys. That way my platform will grow and then I can switch back to being the good guy. But then now, how about others that follow me already, and what does it even say of me? So yeah, I think I'm stuck, I'm stuck with being like this. So I'm just here to show you the things that we see, and they are objectively true. Yeah, we have a CME gap right here, and let's also look at the RSI actually. All right, so we can also see that yes, as we were pumping to the upside like so, the RSI was dropping to the downside. We can also see that on the 4-hourly time frame. We can see that this high right here does not correspond with a higher high on the RSI right here, meaning that the strength that was used to push price to this zone right here is actually higher than the strength that was used to push price to this higher high right here, showing some fake moves in the marketplace. So overall, I'd be still expecting a move to the downside. However, it's a singularity zone, as we explained in the other video. I will leave that video by the end of this video so that you can watch it and understand why we think that this zone is a singularity, and it's really just two ways from here. It can't just go straight up. There are times that you'll have this ABC correction, which is a small correction, and you have it rip right up to the upside like so, but it's a singularity. However, I'd be expecting that it comes to the downside. Now, just to be clear, this does not mean that I'm selling any of my tokens. Yeah, I am prepared to sit through any type of drop that might occur. We are just doing this so that we are mentally prepared when anything, crazy does happen, or if anything crazy is to happen. I'm not going to go short at this particular zone right here. Personally, I'm not trading this weekend. I'm going to watch it unfold. If it comes to the downside right here, then we will have to reassess, and that is most likely where I will be taking action. But for now, I'm just letting it be. It's a singularity zone, but I'd want to see it go to the downside. Let's take that BTC USD chart again. I'd like to see it go to the downside so that we can then reassess and take some action. Now, to the downside, we will have some support somewhere around 61.4, the second support right there, and these can be take profit levels in a short position actually. The second level right there will be 58.5, 58.599. Then we also have 56.2. So in the other video, we did talk about this 56.2, 56.3 zone. Yeah, so we can have a dip, which is what we demonstrated with the liquidity heat maps in the other video. And we did say that if it does come down to this level, we will not like to be seeing it close a daily candle below this 56.2 to $56.3 thousand zone. So if we do see it come down here, then we will have to reassess. But this will most likely be a zone to possibly get into some positions and DCA if it does continue to the downside. Stop loss of this type of scenario will be below this particular low right here. So this low right here will be the ideal stop loss, slightly below that low. But if it does come to the downside, then we will reassess to see what's going to happen right there. Now, if it does come down here, the move to the upside will be anywhere around potentially 70k actually, but again, that's something for another day. It's not even come down yet. We don't even know if it's going to come down, so needless to look at this for now. But down to the downside, these are like the highest and the maximum targets that we can see from this particular position in case it does come to here. So lower we can see somewhere around 45, 43, 44. This is what we mentioned in the other video. So this is the lowest targets that we can see from the entire formation on the weekly time frame. This entire formation right here. So after this entire formation, the lowest that we can see from this is somewhere around $45,000 to $43,000. Now, it's important to understand that we were charting just now on the 2 hourly and 4 hourly time frame, and as we zoom out on the weekly time frame, we will see that all of what we just saw is inside of this type of formation, like so, inside of here, inside of somewhere around here, and we are currently around here. So maybe by the ending part of this year we will be going vertical, but I hope you all understand. Yes, I try to do these videos like so because when I do a post, many people don't understand. I don't know, because I try to simplify it as much as possible, even with my posts, but a lot of people still DM me and they ask things that I thought they all understood. But yeah, now another thing that I was looking at recently, which I sent to the Telegram and Telegram, Twitter, which is X, and Discord group, was USDT dominance. So when you look at USDT dominance, it's quite literally the opposite of Bitcoin. Yeah, it's really just the opposite of Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin showed something like so, everybody will say it's going up here. If it goes to the downside, or say if BTC continues its treacherous rally, I will not trust it. If it continues this rally and goes to, let's say, 72k, because we have some massive liquidation somewhere around 72k, if it goes up there and some of my coins do very well, I will be selling some of them. I would like to see a move to the upside on USDT dominance. This is zoomed in, by the way. When you zoom out, then you will begin to see reasons why it should plummet. So even a small move to the upside, which can look like so, yeah, a small move to the upside. And by the way, this is I also made a video some time ago talking about candle recoveries, and if you take from the upside of this particular weekly candle right here, which is the bearish candle, you would expect that price comes to somewhere around maybe the 0.5 or the 0.618. So we could potentially be looking at 0.786 right there is the last zone, and you could be looking at these particular zones right here for price to come back up to. If you zoom back to the 2 hourly or the 4 hourly, then you will see the zones that I was saying, and I did show you this on Telegram the other day, suggesting that I would be on the idea that USDT dominance comes back up to here. It's not like I want it to go there. Yeah, it's not like I'm bearish. Never you think that I'm just saying this to be bearish. I'm saying all of this because it all ties with the same type of analysis. Yeah, so yeah, I would be expecting something that looks like so on USDT dominance. Now coming back up to here on the weekly, because this is the 2 hourly time frame, on the weekly time frame, that will mean going back up to this zone right here to recover this candle. Now from that zone, I will want to see it plummet. This is the type of situation that I'd be expecting from USDT dominance. Now this will mean a mega pump for Bitcoin. However, this is the weekly time frame. Yeah, so it can take months for this to happen. Yeah, just so that you have that in mind. These things don't happen the same day. They may very well happen, but we just have to be ready for them to take some some time to happen. BTC dominance is doing the same thing it's done before. Yeah, it's not really moving. Actually, the other day it did pump, but it's basically the same as we can see from here. A lot of people were already suggesting that it's forming a rising triangle or something, but no, I think this thing will still go up. Yeah, I think it will still go up. Some would suggest that it's broken down from that triangle, but look, even those that draw lines, I'm not saying lines are bad, I use them sometimes, but at least be honest with them. Yeah, don't just change lines because you want it to suit your narrative. Sometimes they'd use even the regular chart. This is logarithmic. Yeah, sometimes they go even with a regular chart and draw a line just so that it suits their narrative. I don't really care if price goes to some level which somebody said it's going to go. My concern, and what you should be concerned about, is how did that person know that it's going to go there? Because if you get it one time right by guessing, you may very well never get it right again. And if you get it one time wrong by using analysis, it does not guarantee that you will always get it wrong. So anyway, that's pretty much it, folks. We are in the same zone right here, and we will be waiting to see what decision Mr. BTC will take. We will be back next week. We will be getting into the weekend, so possibly some things will change, and we will have more volatility, and yeah, that will pretty much be it. All right, folks, I will see you on Monday, but until then, stay safe.